Welcome back, royalty. I hope that you all have been staying nice and warm. This weather has been crazy, so you never know what type of day you're gonna get, but I hope that if it's cold, you're staying warm. I hope that if it was hot, I mean, it's still January, so don't be reckless, but I hope that you all have been staying safe as well. I'm so excited to continue in our Get Focused series. Today, we're gonna be talking about David, and I wanna start by jumping right into the text in 1 Samuel. David said to Saul, "Let no one lose heart on account of this Philistine. Your servant will go and fight him." Saul replied, "You are not able to go out against this Philistine and fight him. You are only a young man, and he has been a warrior from his youth." But David said to Saul, "Your servant has been keeping his father's sheep. When a lion or a bear came and carried off a sheep from the flock, I went after it, struck it, and rescued the sheep from its mouth. When it turned on me, I seized it by its hair, struck it, and killed it. Your servant has killed both the lion and the bear. This uncircumcised Philistine will be like one of them because he has defied the armies of the living God. The Lord who rescued me from the paw of the lion and the paw of the bear will rescue me from the hand of this Philistine." So David is one of the most recognizable persons from the Bible. He is the one that defeated Goliath. Now we're in the future, so we already know, how the story ended. We know that he completely annihilated Goliath with just that slick back. What is it called? Slingshot? Yes, the slingshot, the rock, all that great stuff, okay? We know what's going to happen, but I want us to focus on this specific scripture, this specific moment when David said and he decided that he was going to be the one to take down this Philistine. And I want us to remember David was very young at this time, and he decided that he was going to take on this Philistine that no one else was going to do, that everyone else was terrified of. He was going to take him down. He decided it, and he had no doubt in his mind. So Martin Luther King's Day is coming up this week. And as we think about the strides of our people, and in 2 weeks it's Black History Month, so we're really going to be going hard for our people. But as we think about the triumphs of our people and what our people have been able to accomplish, it is so important for us to remember that they did so under complete and consistent fire, under complete and consistent doubt. Nobody believed that what the people that came before us, what Martin Luther King and his peers were able to accomplish, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, the countless names. I mean, if I start listening, it'll be the whole episode of our spiritual snack. But as we think about all the things they were able to accomplish, it's important for us to remember that in order for them to have accomplished those things, they had to learn how to tune some things out. They had to learn how to tune out the doubt and how to tune out the lack of faith and how to tune out the people, oftentimes people who look just like them, that told them that they needed to stop, that they needed to give up, that it wouldn't work. It's so important for us to remember that just like our ancestors had to learn how to tune things out in order to accomplish what it was that God told them that they could do in spite of the odds and in spite of what people were saying, they had to tune those things out, and we have to do the same. And that is why I love this scripture. That is why I love this moment in the life of David. He decided that against all odds, he was going to be the one who took down Goliath. And David could have easily listened to the naysayers. He could have easily listened to Saul, who was the king at the time, and his brother who doubted his intentions. He could have listened to them and let that stop him from accomplishing this major feat that was going to save his people. He could have let them stop him. But do you know what he did? And what I want us to do as we think through tuning out the naysayers, he reminded himself and he reminded everyone else that he wasn't just anybody to play with, that he had already accomplished major things, that he already defeated a lion, he already defeated a bear. And even though they couldn't see it on the front, they couldn't see it on the outside, David knew what was on the inside of him. And it is so important for you to do the same. It's so important that as you continue to get focused, as you continue to move through fasting and sacrificing so that you can get to the place that God is calling you to be and God is calling you to go, you sometimes have to remind yourself of just who you you are, of just how powerful you are, of just how many things you've already overcome, of just how many triumphs you've already made, because that is what will help you to tune out the naysayers. And that is what will help you to accomplish anything that you have set out to accomplish. That's what will allow you to knock out your Goliath. And so this week, be intentional about reminding yourself of what is already on the inside of you. Get into your word and see what God says about you. Get into your history. Remind yourself of what you've come through, of what you've already seen, what you've already overcome. Get in front of your family, in front of your friends. Talk to them about their triumphs and get encouraged, because when you remind yourself of what's inside of you, it's much easier to tune out the enemy. It's easier to tune out the naysayers. It's easier to tune out the doubtful folks, so you can be about God's business. And now more than ever, it is so important for us to focus on what God is calling us to accomplish, because there is work to be done, and you are the only one who can do what God created you to do. That's all that I have for you all today. I am so excited about what we have in store for you all in February. So please make sure that, one, you like and subscribe to our channel so that you can be notified of any new videos, but also make sure that you are on our email list. If you have not been getting our emails, please email me at revmimi@kingdom.global. Stay popping, y'all, and be blessed.